Hi, Bill. Kindness and love and spirituality and a life worth living is on the top of folks' minds, indeed mine as well. Whether they say it or not, it's there like the big elephant in the room. And we have serious problems, and they're only beginning in terms of how bad they can actually get. People are so angry, yet you can't even take everyone for face value these days, and that anger's misappropriated often towards things that are utter lies, or just plain confusion. The isolated, quiet American, never heard or seen, can be so many things and doesn't always fit the typical idea of what someone's suffering looks like, is pushed beyond all levels of sanity in today's world. I realize that if we are to have any success in dealing with so many angry people, and have any success at addressing the actual concerns folks have, we'll have to get to what is actually frustrating people in a genuine way, and to be true in our attempt to solve real issues for real people. And I challenge all to help answer these questions, or we shall all alternatively bring the hellacious times that we all seek, and it'll get worse. I just want to achieve a life worth living for everyone, and we're all getting older, and we've been doing this for a long time. I would like to ask you a question. What do you want to accomplish? And there's so much to get done, and there's so many people making sacrifices for each other, and I know myself, I am making so many, but I'm just one person. And what sacrifices have you made for bringing America together and to avoid a catastrophic situation? Because this has reached every ordinary American. We're just being so mean to each other, and what will that lead to in time? And how can we position ourselves to be the answer to that? I feel this is our greatest concern. If we don't have realistic concerns to these problems, and we'll not only lose to Trump and what he represents, which is numbers with no heart, but we'll also have 4 more years of this Trump economics, and it'll make people just get even worse. The Civil War, it's just getting out of hand for Americans, and Americans are acting out, and so many are ignoring their attempts to be heard, and they're being so mean. What will that lead to in time, and how can we all position ourselves to be the answer to that? I feel that this is our greatest concern, and that if we don't have realistic concerns to these problems, not only will we lose to Trump and what he represents, numbers with no heart, but we'll have these problems 4 more years with Trump, and it'll be unbearable for those who have had it the worst, and that times now are grave, and that if we do the wrong things, it's basically as good as doing nothing, and that things will continue to worsen. Actually, we don't have much time left. Something very bad is on the horizon, and I feel it's getting worse, and in fact, I know it. We all know it. And Bill, what do you think is the source of frustration that is leading so many Americans more than ever to being so mad these days, and not just mad, but mad at each other? Our government, our candidates for president, our system and our government, everything, and all sorts of things. And what do you think is causing that? Specifically, what factors, not people, is to blame? And what actions do you think are realistic that we can take that will make things better? And what is required of our leadership? And what is required of the individual American so as to improve the life of the ordinary person in America? My campaign slogan is, for a life worth living. I came up with that because I see so many people living lives they are not happy with, and they are taking it out on others. So many of these folks are in self-destruct mode and simply don't care at this point. They are tired of condescending candidates that promised to be perfect and turned out to just be perfect liars. What should we do, sir? What do you think? I have my ideas, but I'm interested to hear of solutions you think would make a difference on this front and more. I have so many questions and solutions, yet I don't hear these questions often, so I was wondering what is your deal? It's about asking the right questions and answering them honestly with integrity to fixing real issues for ordinary Americans. They never bargained for this Civil War. They just want a happy, simple life worth living, and that is exactly what people don't seem to have so much of these days. Just more pointless anger with no solutions in sight, and no real understanding what is causing it. I think we need clarity and so much more of it. How can we get that clarity, Do you have any thoughts on these questions, and what are they? And remember, you could reach me at HappyHealerForPresident.com. And why? Because this country needs a happy healer. You better believe that, because we're killing for the sake of killing these days, and we're having way too much hate in the air, and we can do much better. And if we expect to deal with problems in our time like global warming, we better create a unity and have a president that can lead during the greatest threats of our time. Who do you think the candidates you are aware of best would provide unity and take on these issues that make life worth living? Because you're not aware of me at the moment. I hope you become aware of me, because I'm working so hard to make a difference for ordinary Americans. God bless you, and God bless America too.